Alrighty, good evening, everyone. Welcome to season 2 of the Crosshair Invitational League. We've got a really late night match set up for you all. It's going to be featuring the extended warranty against Team Seven Stars. Seven Stars, a brand new team to the league. We're happy to have them here. Extended warranty, placing in second during the last tournament. And the final standings for season 1. Looks like we've already got the map bans underway. They're almost all done here. But I will also introduce my co-caster. I'm Saint, by the way. And my co-caster tonight is Garma. Garma, say hello.
Zabi, you all are probably familiar with me. I was Satoris' Ash for a little while, as well as now I'm partnered up with Sugoi, as well as their Ash and Flex pick. And it looks like we have the first map pick being Harbor City here by extended warranty. I'm actually curious, St. Michael, if you could give me a bit of insight with extended warranty's history with Harbor, if if that's even a good map for them at all here.
They love themselves some Harbor. Yari really brings out some good. He brings out Dynamis play, and he'll also bring out GM Sniper every now and then. He'll usually main Pale Rider here, but I think he will probably, depending on if they are attacking or defending first, he's probably going to stick with Dynamis on that end.
Looks like for our second map here, we got Quarry from Seven Stars. Now, if I'm correct, Seven Stars, they're a fairly new team. I know they have a very interesting mix of players here, so I'd really like to see some of the new talent, see how they perform. I'm entirely unsure to see if they even have a melee, as I know melee tends to be one of the more stronger units, especially on destruction, so on Ministry or even on Colony for locking down the plant. So it'd be interesting to see what Seven Stars does with Quarry here right after Harbor.
Yeah, Seven Stars. That they got a lot of experience backing them up. That's TM Craze's team. He's been in the scene pretty much since season 1. That guy's got a lot of knowledge behind him. So it's going to be interesting to see how they have developed underneath his command. So Query is a good, interesting pick. It's going to be neat to see how this all kind of loops in together. It looks like our final 2 maps are going to be Flak Fort and Underground Command Center. We're going to see which ones they're going to go for, because it's got a destruction map and a point capture map. So be interesting to see which way we're going to go here.
Flak, I could definitely see Flak possibly working out for extended warranties favor here. Especially due to, as you mentioned earlier, that player that I believe was a Gundam or Sniper main. We could possibly see the turn A pick as well as maybe the Dynamis pick on Flakfort, and then for UCC looks like just got banned, so that just leaves Flakfort.
Yep, it looks like going to be Flakfort for the decider. So yeah, this should be an interesting setup for everything. Going to be interesting to see how this goes. But the Harbor battle is going to be that is extended warranties bread and butter. So we're going to see the CIL experience of extended warranty against the overall game experience from TM Crazy's team of the Seven Stars, and we're going to see how they all just loop in together and go from there.
Forte also looking to defend on Harbor. I actually think it's a good move to pick defense first on Harbor. I think it's a lot easier to defend first. Just from general experience, the setup is a lot easier, and even if you back off from the first choke, the second choke is obviously just right pretty much by that first point there. So it's a lot easier to recover on if you were to, say, lose that first point. And then having to hold that second point is pretty much the name of the game of Harbor. It's a very small choke. You have very limited options when it comes to pushing. It's you either have to dedicate toward the left or right side, and by the time you've made that space, it almost seems like it's a battle for that final point, and those fights can last for quite a long time. I've seen them last for upwards of up to even 2.5 minutes, going into OT for around solid minute or so. So Harbor can be a definitely very good map to defend on if you have a very solid sniper and setup.
Checking the rosters, I'm not sure if extended warranty is fielding Skybreaker this time around, and that could be a big key for them. Skybreaker was a very big key in their last game on Harbor City. I mean, that guy's Exia is pretty lit and just gets in there and starts just crushing people, and really causes a lot of problems for backlines as well. He knows how to be sneaky and get into the very back of everybody, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're still holding the choke, and he's busy capping the point.
Dude, that does actually remind me also of Team Crazy Exia. I would like to see it be brought up out tonight. I remember that was the unit he spent a lot of time on working even during the showdown, and as well as some of the tournaments surrounding that, and maybe during Wizzle Cup as well. So I'd be really like to see a lot of more gameplay from Seven Stars here, and I would like to see a lot of very good long fights from both teams. I'm excited to see what both teams have on, especially as with this is what the first game of CIL season 2, correct?
This is true. This is the very first one. We should have unit bans coming up momentarily. I believe Seven Stars has got the first ban pick for this match on Harbor. No, home team gets first pick of map. Unit ban gets is for the away team.
So as for unit bans regarding the maps that have been picked here, we might see a turn A ban for sure regarding Harbor and Flak, as those are maps that turn A is really strong on, especially just pulling out with the butterfly ult. As for Quarry, I'm genuinely curious on what unit they might try to, ban around there. If not, Extended War Tier 7 Stars might ban around one of the players' mains, which
Absolutely.
I'd be interesting to see.
Harbor City's first map. That'll be yeah, that'll be if they target turn A, that'll take Price out of the game pretty much with her role, because she usually runs turn A on that map and does it very, very well. It's usually one of their pocket picks for Harbor. So we'll see who they target, because it's kind of a pick your poison when it comes to extended warranty. Like, they can probably pick turn A, they could probably pick Sniper, but they
It
have
looks like
gone
the
with
first pick
Pale.
is Pale. I
Yeah, it
think
looks
that's
like
a
they
very solid pick.
yeah, that'll take that's one of Yari's mains right there, and that'll probably be limiting them pretty decently. So we'll see what extended warranty want to do here. And see where they're going to go, if they're familiar enough with the players of Seven Stars to see if they're going to target them or if they're going to target a comp ban instead.
I think a lot of units here might be a really safe pick. As well as the turn A, very strong on Flak and Harbor, as well as the Dynamis and Sniper as well. Maybe even Hyperion could be a possible pick, especially on Flak for that second choke right after B point.
Mm.
As well as
And
on Harbor, we tend to see some use as well.
it
And it
looks
looks like
like it's
it's
going to be Sniper.
Sniper, so that pretty much knocks out Flak usage for the first point, and Harbor especially. So it almost looks like it is a solid ban on Price. So I'm curious to see what she'll pull out for the first point here on defense.
We are excited to see how this is going to map out. We should be getting into the game momentarily. I know I'm quite excited to see this first game of the night. Just, it's almost a last minute scheduling actually, but I'm glad we were able to get it all taken care of by this evening. Everybody's was able to get the players down for it. Hey, we're going to give a shout out to CyberRank, who decided to join us in the chat today. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the show. And we are going to go into the game right now. All right, looks like TM Craze is going to be sitting this one out. Looks like we've got L Price, and we've got ODJ filling in under the name of Jim Carey as their stand-in. Alrighty. Let's see. Audio check. Do we have game audio? Are you hearing any? Okay. Because, oh, okay. Nice view of the docks around
Right, so
Harbor
it looks
City.
like the extended warranty here running, I believe it looks like a Hype, Dynamis, Saz, Susan. Almost seems like a really strong, I wouldn't say dive comp, but a very strong sustain comp, it looks like, as well as the melee and Marasai. And then we see 7 star running Ash.
The teams are flipped.
Oh,
The
teams
teams
are
are
flipped.
flipped.
Okay.
Yeah, the teams are flipped. So it's actually X War, so Seven Stars is on blue, and extended warranties on red.
So we have 7 star, a very interesting comp then, running some very heavy melees. As we know, melee recently got buffed from the last update. With increased damage as well as the increased damage resistance and ability to build up rage. And then we see a lot of other unique changes that came from Dom as well. So Dom getting a very nice buff from Extended Warranty. Looks like they're going to be running a turn A here. Again, very strong unit. I'm surprised that unit wasn't banned considering Harbor and Flak being put in play here. So we're going to head and see what these two teams decide to set up as.
All right, looks like the action is getting started off. With holding in a parking lot is going to be Extended Warranty. They have already got one pick on the Marisai.
Right away looking for strong, and the Ash is able to counter with Molly being able to keep them away. Controlling that area, it seems like Dom doing good damage there. Same thing with the Dynamos for support. Molly doing absolute work controlling them in the back in there.
A lot of strong plays here so far, and it looks like there's been multiple picks off of the 7 stars right now. They're just losing players right and left, but they're trying to get some kind of organization going. It's kind of hard to do when they're four down, but they're starting to like try to get some sort of a semblance of an attack there. Strong defense by Extended Warranty here.
Absolutely. Having played this game past, especially in like the 20k, putting your shields by that rock is really good as it allows the team to take or absorb quite a bit of damage before being able to engage. Looks like Extended Warranty here is actually getting pushed back a little bit, back to the first point, making space from the Susan. And we see Derbitar and their Susan getting good first picks here on the Dom as the Susan, or as the turn 8 and Dom immediately get those counters. Their Saw is just now trying to stay alive.
Yeah, Saw is very low on point, but still holding along with Derpitar over there. They have been able to take point back. Yari's playing very, 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 very brave up here with that Dynamis, and he gets taken down, but he does get the revive on to Supernova, and hopefully Supernova is able to get out of the position. Looks like they're going to concede the point and back off.
Or to
but they lose a hyper on the way out.
Ooh. If 7 stars manages to push in on that, they might be able to take a tick possibly off of first point here. Unless if their Dynamo is able to get back soon enough. Oh, and already 2 picks again coming in from Extended Warranty here. They might be able to hold this for quite a while, even though losing a pick here.
GM Ult does its job in holding people back. Doesn't get any kills though.
Jim, I've noticed quite a strong unit now coming up in front, with Exia not really being put into play a whole lot. We already see the Susan ult come out of here, responding
Susan
in
ult comes out with Weibo pops his ult and is able to take him out. Yari is able to take him out. Weibo goes down, but so does Marisai, and they're just trading picks right and left. It's a 3-on-4 right now.
As both the Saws, and it looks like is trying to take a control over the right side, but managed to get just controlled out of there by their turn A and the rest of the team.
They were able to get the res on there. Looks like they're trying to get stabilized again, but they have lost their GM. But again, the hyper goes down again.
So far, very strong hold here from Extended Warranty, losing a couple units, but they're still maintaining to control both the left and right sides of Harbor here.
Mm-hmm. Just trading back and forth. It's a pretty big fight here. It's like TSG's about to go down on the Saz. He does not, but they do take out the turn A on Extended Warranty. Now Extended Warranty loses a couple more. There goes the Zaku 2 melee ult, and that is almost, I think that's almost everybody down except for Yari.
Here. They might be able to get off at least 2 ticks here if they're able to knock out the Ashe and possibly the Hype early on, but turn A does also have his ult up soon. Price, I want to see what she does here, see if she gets her ult up.
Yeah, there it is, and they are all in the open for it. Looks like they're going to get
a lot of damage
pushed up.
Takes a lot of space here, that's good. Keeps off the point for a little longer. They're still just trying to hang on to this as much as they can.
Joy to Cool Susanoo is doing some work back there, but he goes down, and they have secured. Now they've got to push forward and not give up the space.
Very good hold here. I do like to see if they can hold this on for another 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Still have Ashe and Hype Punch as well. Dom should be coming in soon, as well as the Gym ult ready as well. Gym
take out the Z2M.
Good pick so far. We see with 7 stars ult go, they only have Hype at the moment. Maybe Marisai up as well soon. So they might be able to get maybe a pick or 2 here, and then hopefully try to just take a quarter point here. They managed to get a pick off of Extended, but then they're only trading for it.
Ooh.
Get 2 picks. That's just only trading right now as the Hype ult then comes out. Manages to get 1, gets 2.
Gets 2, but a revive on Weibo. When Weibo goes down again, they're almost got this point, and there goes another Hype ult.
Doesn't really find anyone, but does knock back one of the Ash off a point. Oh no, the melee off point. Extended Warranty just barely clinging on here. The Ash
They're
Punch goes out,
swarming
gets
now. There's
two
the Ash
people. It's
Punch.
a good Ash Punch there to hold off the team.
The Keku goes down for that, but they lose the Hyper. Droidacool is really low. Droidacool's
Just
getting
that
focused
Susan.
down.
Come on, Extended Warranty. It's just the Susan. And do a whole
Can
lot of
they
damage. You
hold?
can counter it.
They took the,
But
he
the
got
two
a kill,
tanks
so
are
he's got
still
that armor
managing to
again.
hold. Wow.
They were able to take the point down. It was just too much pushing.
It was a very good job by their Susan, able to get that Ash away from trying to delay as much time from the Saz to capture point, and then also managed to stay alive. That armor assist, you know, right when Susan released, I always thought that Susan would be like an okay unit. You know, it does a lot of armor, but wow, would you look at the damage on? I believe that's Extended Warranty Susan, correct? Or is that
Yes.
7 stars? Yeah, Extended Susan. Look at that damage. Just compared to everyone else on the team, like that's about roughly an 8k disparity. And then if you look at Kepu Price, you know, they're putting in a lot of damage as well. 19k on Dynamiz. That is quite a bit amount. 18, almost 19k on Dom. That doesn't really surprise me. What I am actually surprised by is Jim carries almost 15.5k on Jim. That's quite a bit of damage going out, especially just managing to out damage the enemy's Gundam at 11k. So we're seeing some very, very strong units here from, I believe, that Extended Warranty is
Extended Warranty's red.
red.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and blue is going to be 7 stars.
7
So
stars,
I think 7 stars is going to be. It looks like 7 stars is okay with trading because they trade a lot in this.
Yeah,
in
we
that
saw
last match.
a lot of trades going on in the last fight there for that last point, going on quite a bit. But it looks like, you know, Extended Warranty, it looks like they were able to recontrol the point for a lot longer or quicker, and they managed to hopefully make up for that lost time here.
So it looks like 7 stars will rely on their melees to get the space and to pretty much mop up whatever is left over after the trades happen. Let's see what kind of defense that 7 stars can do here. They're doing also a parking lot hold. Looks like the Marasai is up in the front, along with Derpitar on a Z2M.
I think Derpitar just staying out there in front as well as the Saz. Again, that's a good play there to have both your shields to absorb as much damage there. So we're seeing a whole lot of space go on, and the Heavy Arms gets to pick on the melee, but then they trade it back for Price getting to pick on their melee. That's one of their tanks kind of down now. Hopefully we might see a push happening here, but it doesn't look like much is going on as they're now just waiting to recover.
Looks like they're still trying to get gathered, trying to get further after that point, and now they're going to do a push through the buildings on the far side.
If that does work out, they managed to get a pick on the Hyperion. That's one of their bubbles and shields down as they're now pushing in, hopefully to finish off some bodies here and then make more space. Melee Zaku already almost has rage here. I'd like to see if he can pull it off early in a fight. Oh, and he's already built up rage. That's going to be useful here as they manage to take off their first point, and they managed to push. Oh, they're already making so much space here.
3 dead already, and they should be able to secure this point here. Yep, there goes a 4th one, and I think that 7 stars will have no choice but to hold on to this point.
Yeah, Extended Warranty making so much space for themselves, especially with those melee picks already proving themselves to be very useful in getting up close against 7 stars' Saz and Hype, especially. It seems to be really problematic.
Yari starts off the engagement in the advance with an axe to his own face, and it looks like they take out the Saz, but Yari goes down, but they take out the Hyper along with it, and also Derpitar 2 goes down.
That's 2 picks. They might be able to take off, and they revive. That's easily a 6v4 here. If they can react off that quick enough, they should be able to push. TSG, what are you doing? You're back there by yourself, man.
Yeah, he is. He's about to get focused down very, very quickly. Hyper comes in to provide help.
Now trying to hopefully reclaim some of that space. As it looks like TSG, their melee has managed to get some of them off. They might be able to reclaim here as 7's a little bit divided, but they managed to get the pick on the turn A. Okay, so they're slowly recovering here, but they're still a little bit split off.
Derpitar in the back putting in work and holding off this engagement by himself, and he's going to go ahead and go into the spin to win. Take out Yari.
Manages to find the
more people, but he does push him away.
They're making extended IC is making a lot of space here, and that's good. They managed to recover quickly off of that first choke, which was actually quite impressive going into that 4v6. He now gets another pick on melee, hoping to absorb some damage for rage. Oh, but he just gets grabbed, and the turn ult comes out immediately.
Yeah,
wow.
they're gonna go for it right now, but he gets shot
but
out
he
of the
gets shot
sky. It doesn't
down.
get anything. They do take 3 down. That should be enough to get them to
Extended
the
is
point.
now
There's only one
pushing.
standing. They need to get to the point, but they are taking their time to do it. All right, 2 on point right now, and now they've got to hold.
We see Dynamo's ult now in play. Managed to pick the melee, but they trade out for their melee. Dynamo's ult
blows
gets
out the
as
Ashamar.
well. Gets the ult on the Mare side as well. That's now for 3. Their hype is now going to go down. Their Saz is forced back with no shield and at low health. They might be able to take up easily 2 points here off of this.
That takes the hyper down.
Point. Still great hold here by Extended Warranty. They know how to play this point. And they've
focus fire.
Watched as we now
there's
see the Ash Punch go out, but their Sauce comes in for the flank around that's left
they're losing people
backside.
now. They lost a third, and see if they're able to hold.
3 points for 2 minutes isn't not bad. Looks like Extended Warranty is now going to reclaim that choke, it looks like, and try to push back. Or 7 Stars is now managing to reclaim their space. Extended Warranty just pushing in, trying to make in as much room as possible. Both the melees in a fight right now.
That was a big fight, and they just dropped 4 people over there. They're going right to point again. He's only got 1 guy left to beat, and that's going to be the Marisai. And the Marisai's low health.
Oh, they managed to get him back up, and they now have almost their entire team on point. I think that's
it. Yeah. Wow. Taking it right back to him. Extended Warranty says we're not done with this map yet. We may have a little bit of off-season rust on us, but we're going to take back our place, and we're going to force it to an overtime. First game already going to an overtime.
Wow. So we now go into round 3 here. We saw a lot of interesting plays from their melee players, especially Derpitar, or even this Vertical as well. Again, both putting in so much damage. Whereas it seems like the rest of their team just isn't able to follow up on some of those first picks. So we see a lot of trading happen because of it. You know, I'd like to see more openness from Arian using their Molly, or even the Marisai hook as well. I haven't seen too many noticeable or impactful Marisai ults out here. Whereas from Extended Warranty, we've seen a lot of great recoveries. I mean, look at the Dom damage as well, 41k.
Yeah,
L price
he's
for 38k. And their Dynamis as well, doing so much damage, just being able to keep out so much sustain to actually almost beat out that Susan armor.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the Zabi on 7 Stars he's been struggling. 14,000 damage only at 23 kills and 8 deaths, but he's got a couple of repairs up. Did you see the revives on
a lot of
Extended Warranty? There were a lot of
yeah.
Extended Warranty revives. So it looks like we're going to have Extended Warranty on defense first, see if they can hold and stop their points from getting taken. See what they want to do here on an overtime hold with 50% to ult.
Not sure about the gym pick here, as they might be lacking in damage for this first point, but I'm still curious to see what they can do. Especially with Jim's Shield Bash being very strong, getting in an early scan here by the Saz. Looks like Derpitar's already way up there on the Susan. Wow, getting in a little bit of damage on their Ash, but not quite enough to get ult soon. A very risky dive on the Ash there. Puts their Saz out of position, and that's now a free pick from Extended Warranty.
Yep, there goes the Zabi, but Ashamar is pretty low. He gets some health to back himself up, but they are pushing forward. That Sus gave them problems last game, or in the earlier round when they were on attack. But it looks, that was a good pick off on
very good pick on their
turn
Molly.
A.
So now forced to regroup here. 7 Stars hoping to try to find some entry into this point. The Saz goes in, misses the X throw on the Gym, and he has to force to back off. Gym mines are already thrown out. I think that's a very good idea to put them, especially in that part of the building, as we see that could deny some of the melee players. That is a very good spot to push in with melee.
Price goes down on Extended Warranty, and so does Weibo, and this has come to be the Susanoo problem that everybody's been having.
Already 3 picks if he gets his if he gets the Dynamis, he gets the Dynamis.
Yep.
Such a
that's a team kill.
Good usage right there of that ult to be able to just knock out those shield players, especially.
They aren't wasting any time. 3 on point, pushing forward, taking up the space while
Very
everybody
aggressive
respawns.
here. Trying
But
to reclaim what little space they possibly have, but I think Extended Warranty, I think, can easily take this. It's just a Susan, and while I don't deny that Droid has been doing absolutely bonkers on Susan right now, I think just pushing them by themselves. But now the Saz is simply diving in there. You can't just dive as a Saz, you goober.
Price is at 97% ult, and Yari's already popping his, but he goes down!
It's denied by Droid, who gets a 3-pick. You need to react to that now, as they manage to get a revive again, so they're now up units. Derpitar activating his ult as well, using Rage. I think you guys may have used it a little too early,
Price
maybe.
going for the ult again, but didn't get anybody on there, except maybe the Dynamis on that team, but they are still on point now. Derpitar is really low. He's at 1 point, and he's gone.
Wow.
Weibo still holding the point out there, but Zabi is about ready to go down.
I'm so intrigued of how Extended Warranty was able to hold off. Their Susan managed to get 3 picks, and yet we didn't see anyone take advantage off of that. That was, I think, an upset by 7 Stars there for failing to push in. Extended Warranty doing I would like to see doing an amazing job here defending that B point.
All right, here comes the counter ult, but he gets
turn
blown
A,
out of
but
the sky right away.
Pushed out immediately. We try to see the Susan and Melee trying to come in there with them. But Extended Warranty, again, is just blocking so much of that aggression.
They dropped down a whole bunch of people there. Tokyo Bunny's about to go down, and now they're able to stabilize, but they won't need to take the space. They were only able to take the 1. Now we got to see if Extended Warranty can capitalize on this and finish this game 1 off.
Man, Jordical just pushing in absolute damage with that Susan. I'm absolutely blown away. I've been wanting kind of hoping to see what 7 Stars is doing with their Susan or just with their general players. And Jordical at 44k damage, just at least 4k behind their Dynamis, Extended Warranty's Dynamis player. And for a Susan, as for a melee player, while that's impressive, I think in your games you don't want your melee player to have the high damage. You want your DPS characters to be landing their shots as your aimers as well. So like with Gundam, to be landing all their shots, because that's how you're going to be able to get people low and confirmed. While having that melee damage is nuts. If we actually look at Extended Warranty's team, again, we see their aimers having the most damage, as well as with the Ash with 51k. I saw some great mollies there being used to take out some of the turn A's, or even to help push through a choke.
Yeah, Weibo's main is the Ashmar. He does some work for them on Dominus or on Dominus. He does some work for them on Dom, but Ash has always been his thing. That's what I've always known him for. All right, now let's see if we can get this. If this ends up getting pushed to a second overtime, or to a draw, which is a possibility as well. But we'll see if they can go ahead and take that second point up.
7 Stars looking to hold here with Marisai, Dynamis, turn A, a Hype Ash in melee. I think that seems like a pretty safe hold knowing their mains. Extended Warranty here pushing it with a Hype. Definitely a lot of shields here. So we're curious to see what they may use out of all these shields.
They take one out
already. Again, pretty safe hold here. It seems like if they can keep some of the sustain up against Extended Warranty, they should be able to be safer for this first choke. As long as they don't give the melee too rage, by dumping mollies in weird locations. They should be pretty safe
and is
here.
Confirmed.
Already, that's one of their shields gone, as they're now taking so much control of the map, especially near the bottom of the city.
Derpitar going down. Weibo gets shot down again. Yari has been pretty good about getting people back up with his cannon, with this revive gun, but it's just a lot of people are dying pretty quickly here. All right, here comes Jim Carrey again with the melee Zaka, and he's trying to get out of there, but it's not going to happen, and that is one very lonely Hyperion.
7 Star just trying to stay alive there as he got knocked around by 7 Stars, managing to trying to fight a 3v1 on points. Their Extended Warranty's now looking to take first point.
Yari's got his ult again.
Already 2 picks. 3 picks, it looks
like
amazing. Yari doing absolute wonders on Dynamis this game for Extended Warranty here, landing a lot of really great shots, and I've noticed a lot of their ult usage as well has been really good, landing 3, even 4Ks, especially on the last point for B, which we've seen a lot of really great openers.
He already
As they
says
now
he's done.
attempt to, they try to get set up here for the second choke. As we see
Price
both shields
84% to his turn A ult.
Oh, we might be able to see a choke clear, hopefully, if the team doesn't react fast enough. But knowing from both teams here, they both reacted to turn A ults actually really well. Oh, looks like extended warranties here. No, Seven
Oh,
Stars. Oh, and the melee goes out. 2 Hyperion picks from extended warranty here, or from 7 Star.
But the turn A ult is up. The turn A ult is up. Let's see if they can actually get a push off of it, but they're losing people. They're getting picks, so they have to get organized first before they do any type of organized push here. They have to know it's coming.
They're trying to make a bunch of space
There
here,
it
and
is.
there it comes out. Managed to get 1 pick, 2. Oh, and we see 7 Stars losing 2 people again from voyaging off into the cliff. I think they've already lost their entire team.
Yeah, that is a much better push. The only person that's left is the Hyper, and he cannot hold. He's going to pull back. They only
He's
need to
gonna
get
get
1
bullied off
tick.
point. And then the Ash Punch just
There's
to
the
deny
Ash Punch
them
to
off
hold it
point.
down, and extended warranty take game 1 with a big push and a big fight and an amazing turn A ult from Price. Great shots from her.
Very, very solid, I think, especially for Price, as well as, hopefully if I pronounce their name right, Yeri. Very solid Dynamis as well. And then also, small shout out to the 7 Stars is, I think I've already said, Jorda Cool. The Susan plays were absolutely nuts. I shout out to them, for being the underdogs here and putting out so much damage on Susan. I'm hoping to see some more of that energy here on, looks like our next map is going to be Quarry. And I think that's a much better map for Susan, especially since it's a little bit more tight quarters. You're going to be more in the face, especially around that first B plant. So I'm very curious to see what 7 Stars here pulls off.
XWAR bans first tier, yes.
So now on Quarry, I'm curious to see if they might make that same melee ban, considering how strong Susan might be. I'm actually curious to see, I know Mauro is very strong on this first point, especially on the waypoint first choke, so we might hopefully see a Mauro ban from one of the teams.
Be interesting to know what they want to go with here, because that sus gave them a lot of problems. Now, one thing we actually don't see on this, we have to get this updated, is Susanoo's portrait is not on this line that we have. So if they ban Susanoo, we might just have an X hanging off the side here. It'd be interesting if they ban Sus or the Zaku melee.
Yeah, the melees especially for 7 Stars did such a great job as well at Derpitar on melee. I'm actually genuinely surprised by his performance. Okay, so Extended Warranty went ahead and banned Susan, so that X is going to hang off to the side there. But I think that's a very smart ban regarding the performance of a Jordacool from the last game, pumping in
especially
so
in
much
Query.
damage. On Query as well. That's I would think that's probably a very strong map for Susan. Now I myself am actually not a melee player. Again, I tend to play Pale, Ashe, Dom, a lot of DPS heavy characters that maybe flex off to Z2R. I don't know if you've played Susan a whole lot yourself, but I would imagine that Susan is most definitely a strong pick for Quarry regarding those small point areas.
Oh yeah, it's very impressive. Now, my experience with Sus wasn't very good, because the problem is when you do that rush attack, that charge dash, like every time I have done it, I've always lost my bearings, and I'm like trying to turn around really fast to figure out where exactly I'm at and try to refocus the target again, and it gets really tough for me there. Okay, thank you, Lich. Much appreciated. Lichgrave on our cast, ladies and gentlemen. He's in charge of the stream and running the game right now. So thank you very much, Lich, for all the help you do for us.
Shout out Lich. And 7 Star still deciding what to ban here. Again, I'm curious to see their Dom extended warranties. Dom was also doing a lot of damage, but I think a Dom or maybe even like an Ashe or possibly even another Pale ban would be pretty safe bans here, as they're all just generally very strong units.
No. No. That has to happen right off. That has to happen before the band is up. That has to be done beforehand. So that's swipes can't. Yeah, swaps can't happen after unit bans are in.
Assuming a team was asking in to swap a certain player here.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can't swap in a player if they're if after bans have been made. You can do it beforehand, but you can't do it after. And apologies to people if you're hearing my Discord notifications come through. I don't think they're popping out. Okay.
Another ban I'm wondering if we might see here for Quarry could be Barb. Again, Barb is very strong on some of these destruction maps, just being able to hide, and then once he's able to hear the plant or diffuse noise, able to act out on that quickly and just get a free stun in. So Barb,
Keku plays a nasty Barb. So
if they can single out a Barb, that's actually their Barb gone off of Quarry, which I think could be a very... Who is it? Keko is for Extended Warranty or 7?
Keku's for Extended Warranty.
Extended Warranty. So banning the Barb could be possibly a safe bet here. Again, the Mahado as well I know is very strong, especially on the first waypoint choke. In your defense, what do you think would possibly be a safe ban here, St. Michael?
Banning Barb would be a great idea for 7 stars because like Keku will snap off with it. He will really cause a whole lot of problems. But they go with the Pale again.
The Pale.
They
I think it's still a very safe bet. Pale's very strong, very good DPS unit. Has a lot in his kit as well, especially the heal, especially on first waypoint choke. That heal pod, if you're playing right by the back of square there, or if instead you're playing off to a finger on the attacker side and you're on that little door that goes directly to A side, I think that's all another really great spot to play for Pale. As he's able to dish out so much damage and just even sit back with his heal pod or provide support with nade or the slow. So I think that's a very safe ban here. I'm curious to see what will be played in place of that spot. We probably see a Dom or maybe even a Gundam in that spot. Two both really good units to play around support for that first choke.
Absolutely, and I know that they're probably targeting Yari here because Yari is very, very good with that Pale Rider. He played it a lot in ranked when rank was still going off in the JP areas, so he's really, really good with it. He might go with Dynamis again, even though I'm not sure exactly if that would be as effective here, but possibly.
I have seen Dynamis get used here around the first waypoint choke, as well as, against the first A and B plants on the first two sites. Not so much on second site, though, as the sites tend to be a little bit more closer to each other. But I think Dynamis could work. I would really think that a Gundam would be much better to play, as just the DPS from that suit right now is so hard hitting. If you were able to land a headshot, and I believe it's a body shot on any suit that's 900 or below, they die. So that's going to be, again, Dynamis when he doesn't have a shield, Ash, Z2R, Methys, Exia, Jim when his shield is gone, Unicorn as well as Unicorn 800 or 1000. It's been a hot minute since I played Unicorn.
XWAR took the win. Yes, XWAR took the win on the last one. So it looks like we're going to be going into the game momentarily here. One thing that I was kind of surprised about on that last game, I don't believe I saw an Airy sniper from 7 stars. And Airy's been very, very good. At least every casual game that I've witnessed him in, he's been very, very good at sniper. So I'm surprised that they didn't use that to their advantage this time around. I think Airy was on the turn A. So it'll be interesting to know what they do with here.
Sniper was banned on Harbor.
Oh, that's right. Right. They banned it.
Which I think was a very smart idea. Because, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because you're banning the enemy sniper, but you're also preventing your own sniper, your sharpshooter from playing, so they end up having to play stuff like Gundam or Dynamis or turn A. I think banning it possibly may have allowed them to get as far as they could. I don't know if Extended Warranty has another sniper of their own, but I saw from what Price was playing, she did a wonderful job.
Yeah, Price was fantastic. Especially there was one ult that I thought could have been a whole lot better. I think there was only like 2 kills or 1 kill off of it, but that last ult, that last push was the textbook. It just absolutely caught them unawares, and they were too far away to get to any type of cover whatsoever, or split apart. And the other good thing was that um, that Price didn't give up her life for that. It was just she landed and she was ready to fight again, full health, no problems.
Yeah, very good setup from Extended Warranty, as well as just doing absolutely anything they can to recover on Harbor. So it looks like the 7 star is going to get set up here, running Melee, Marisai, New, a lot of very heavy characters here. I don't see any 3 characters.
Nope, I don't see that either. But there's Keku's Barb, ready to pounce. Yari is coming out with a Mahiru. So
Very
we're gonna.
interesting. I think it's a very solid pick for this first choke. Those mines tend to bounce around that box, as well as Maruto having a lot of ability to cancel its own cooldowns through animation canceling. It's a very strong suit to play in this first choke, just due to it being tight corners. So as you now see, 7 stars and Extended Ward here now going Brawl, and immediately that Ashamar takes so much damage.
A lot of damage going out there, right there, and they're going to just charge right in. Saz takes a lot of damage out there. TSG's almost gone, but it's
Wow,
slowly
the
coming
7
back
stars
up.
taking a lot of damage. Same thing with Extended Warranty here against
There
their
goes the
Barb.
Saz.
Their main shield is down, but they managed to trade for it and then get the Saz up right away. So with this first choke on Quarter, at least from experience playing it also against him 20k, this first choke here can be absolutely merciless to push through because teams can hold it so well for the entire game, and it's entirely possible to lose at this first waypoint.
They lose the Hyperion.
Oh, they already lost the Hyperion. That's their bubble gone. Trade back with the Saz and Melee, but then managed to get their Barb again, so now it's a 4v4. It looks like Extended Warranty here is just doing all they can to push it back, and they're doing their best, but it looks like
well,
yeah,
Seven Stars is holding them off pretty decently. I think the answer here for the push is going to be with Keku and his Barb, but they're spread out pretty decently here. If they get the space, they gave him the space.
They gave him space. Oh, but they're trying to reclaim that back. I think the Saz is pushed up way too far, and he's going to get picked off soon. No, that Saz is still alive somehow.
Yeah, they took the Barb out
7
again.
Stars is holding this,
and now they're just feeding. They need to back off a bit. They need to regroup.
You know, I thought that maybe not having something like a Z2R, maybe like a Exia, or at least any other 3 character like a Barb, you know, might possibly not do them well, but they seem to be doing really fine, especially with some of these heavier characters running a New, a Saz, Hype, double shield there as well, and Dom with Splash to help force a lot of the suits back.
I'm thinking Keku's like idea to come up through the side here is, I don't know if it's actually working very well. Oh, but it does. He actually takes out Derpatar.
Get the pick on the Melee, and then we already see Gemmines get another 2 picks here. I think Extended Warranty is going to get that choke, and they already do.
Yep.
2 minutes still left on the mat in the round here, so they still have plenty of time to get a plant off. I think they're in a good position as they're now going to go push for B, one of the safer sites on this map. They're not rolling through. They're already up 3 picks. They have to plant right away, and they still also have Ash Punch. Oh,
there it is.
Pick.
There it is.
On the Saz, but no confirmation. I will disagree with that. I think you should have saved that punch for possibly waiting for defuse here. And the Melee also coming out right away as well, trying to just hold whatever they can. And it looks like they managed to actually hold it pretty well here. But that could be meaning that they're down on ult eco, as we see from from 7 stars. They're actually now up with a New soon, a Sazpa soon, and a Dom soon as well. Same thing with their Hype. So they 7 stars should be good on ult eco holding for this.
Keku's just running for his life at this moment. They can't seem to kill him. He's going to try to get more picks off, and he does get a beautiful double.
Picks. Very good, very good. We now see that Yari just trying to fight for their lives here. You see, it's still a lot of just win trading going on in a lot of these fights. No real ground making. We do see Kepu with his Barbolt now. We might see some usage coming out with that.
We did get the plant on B, and they're going for it right now. I don't know if they're going to try for it, and he doesn't. Yo, he barely got it.
Time.
He barely got the disarm. I don't know how he pulled that off.
Good
but there's more picks. There are more picks, and that's a whole team killer. It's going to drop it again.
They now have to rush in. So far, so good. They still have that Barbolt to stop, possibly another defuse attempt, the Hype ult as well. With 7 stars just trying to hold on to what they have. They still have at least roughly 50 or so seconds, a little less than that, 40 seconds to get defuse. It will push them into overtime, but I think if they play this right, they could possibly get this defuse here. No
They're going
ults unless
strong.
they're able to get the hype. They manage to get the Dom out of the way. Hype ult then comes out, gets the Ashe as well out of the fight.
Now they've got
They
to
might
use
be able to
that
get the
barbel.
defuse.
That
It's a
barbel's got to be
6v3.
coming in. Here he is.
You now see
He
the barbel
he
come
goes for
out.
it.
Does
He
not
didn't get
get any
anybody.
pick.
And they got the discharge
What
on
a
it. Only 5
huge
seconds
upset.
left, and that may not be that. Oh, wow. They were
Wow.
unable to take that successfully. A lot of
7
misplays there, I
stars was
think.
Yeah, 7 stars held that, I thought, really, really well. I was generally, I was kind of taken back from the very like heavy melee or very heavy 1200 health characters, especially on Quarry when I've seen people run Axia or even Z2R in defense just fine. But I'm very taken aback, especially by the Barb not being able to find any picks with the ult or even using it to come out sooner. And even with Barbel necessarily, you don't necessarily have to use it to get picks right away. You can alternatively use it and hold it to prevent someone from going for a defuse and the risk that the Barbel comes to go for you. So I feel like if they popped up Barbel just a little sooner on site, they possibly could have stalled and kept site open for longer.
Absolutely. It seemed like it could have been going for they could have made a much better use of that. And there's the story right there. Like you can see the difference between
Wow,
the kills
again,
and deaths.
Derpitar and Droidical, their melee's pumping in just an absurd amount of damage, even rivaling El Price, Yari, and Weebu, who are trying to do their best to do as much damage as possibly can, but it's not able to break out of a lot of those heavy 1200, even 1400 characters, as
Yeah,
with TSG Saws.
those melees are doing a lot of good cleanup work. There's not a lot of, unlike the last game where we saw a lot of revives on the side of extended warranty, not seeing any of that this time around. There's like only 2 on Keku right now, and that's it. Oh, also 1 on Jim Carrey as well, but that's a different story. It's a two different maps, 2 different stories right now because the big effect that Jim Carrey had last game, he's doesn't seem to have it this time around. So let's see what they do on defense.
Morty are running a Jim, Ash, Barb, Marisai, Gundam, which, I'm pleasantly surprised to see, and as well as a hype. I think the Gundam here could be really strong in getting those first opening picks, especially against the attacking team. And the Barb already gets a pick off of their hype. He can follow up on that. Just barely managed to escape from it, though.
Mm-hmm. They're pushing in really quickly, though.
The attackers managed to take the left side. They can manage to
Ooh.
split off defending side here. They should be able to take waypoint fairly quick here, and they
Lots of
already
picks.
managed to do that. Wow, 7 stars getting a lot of space, getting a lot of kills here very quickly.
A big collapse, but Keku's trying to carry here. He's contesting
but
the
he
point,
gets
but he
knocked
gets
out.
taken down. And they
Almost
all
a
just
full
give
team
up
clear by
again.
7 star too.
And there's the plant on a double plant. All they need to do is hold for 34 seconds and see if they can actually pull this off.
They have plenty of time here, even if they manage to, somehow throw this site. 3
Lose the
minutes is
Ashe.
quite a bit of time. Already the Ashe going down. That's Molly out of the question here. Derpitar does go down, so that might be a little bit harder now to hold sites. Barb gets their Saz immediately. All right, I think
This is about the time to go for a
yeah.
defuse. Like, you need to get on there right now. Why is nobody doing this? There it is.
Definitely pops the ult. Does manage to get a pick, and the defuse does... Oh, just barely goes out here. They managed to just barely get it.
They managed to get it. That it is gone, and now see if
Warranty had to use
can
quite a
survive here.
bit to use that too, though. They had to pop out Barbel, and I believe another ult was used, if I'm not mistaken. 7 stars here looking really good with 2 ults, as well as Ash Punch coming up soon as well. It's like everyone now is trying to take upper control here for site, which is very good here over both sites. Anytime you want to hold A or B site on this map, you want to aim for that middle around that, say, around those ramps there. As you not only have access to 2 heal
Hyper
pods.
goes down, and Derpitar goes down again.
2 picks by Extend Warranty.
Now this won't end in a draw because they did get some time off on that last plant that they did in the last round.
Zertical just barely trying to back off his Z2R. I'm actually curious as why Zertical isn't playing at something like a Susan. I would imagine a Susan's good on this map.
They banned it.
Oh, that's correct. They did ban it. Thank you.
They lose the Barb, but Airy goes down. The Ashe goes down, and TSG dead again.
Extended warranty here now managing to fix, get some more extended time here on their hold and doing a lot better job on that compared to the first hold they had over it. Oh no, they're losing players now again. They seem to almost have trouble with the melee suits, especially by Durpitar here. Barb just barely managing to get away from their melee suit as well.
But they can't get a plant off. 1 minute and 25 seconds left to go. They don't have that much time to do a push left.
Extended warranty not having a whole lot of ult eco as well. Closest they have to is maybe the hype, where 7 stars, they need to use their Z2R to confirm a pick, and I haven't seen them use it in a hot minute here. They also do have hash punts to secure for if they defuse their plant here. If they can just manage to take middle in between the sites, they should be able to get a plant here pretty safely.
Extended warranty playing very, very patiently. They're not overextending. They're trying to hold their position very deeply here and see if they're going to be able to do a successful defense. They're under a minute left.
Now see the new pyramid come out from 7 stars, hoping to nullify some of that. Z2R ult then comes out, secures a pick. Ash Punch then goes out. A lot of ulti coming in from 7
again,
stars.
more and more trading. Keku is just carrying things right now, but he goes down. That's 3 dead. There's
not
only
able to hold. They now manage to get the plant onto B site here. Durpitar doing a lot of work again on melee. Gets Rage off. He's about to get his ult off too. If he times his ult correctly, he should be able to get almost a full team wipe.
That'll be 3 ults for this guy if he can actually pull this off.
Oh, but the Barb causing a little bit of issues, disrupting. Durpitar's a lot of work here. The Barb's already low. If he can confirm the pick, Barb then just popped ult already. Oh, and he used his E on top of all the gem mines. Gets a good melee ult off of that, but he doesn't get any picks.
No, and it's 1 second, and that's it.
Wow.
7 star come back, and we're going to start off Season 2 with a 3-game series here. Let's see who's going to be able to take this.
Very impressive by 7 stars. I think their melees are doing absolute work here again, as we saw Harbor. But I think on this map, this is where they really shined. Just Droidacool and Durpitar, Susan and Melee doing a lot of work, and then as well as with the Z2R pick, possibly making a lot of space and disrupting a lot of Extended Warranty's backline. I would consider that game a bit of an upset in Extended Warranty. I was, generally expecting to see them do a lot better of a hold. But then, 7 stars popping in with the, hey, you know what? We're going to match your energy and we're going to try to match as much as that weight as possible. So we're going to take the weightiest suits just because we can, pulling out the Dom, the Saz, as well as the Bubble and Double Shield with hype. So very strong picks here from 7 stars.
Indeed. And Lich, just to let you know, make sure they do swaps before we do bans, if they need to do any. But this so far is an exciting series. I'm very impressed with how both teams have been playing and how they've bounced back. Like, Extended Warranty took their series on the Harbor City. That's their map. That's their bread and butter. And it looks like 7 stars has their pocket pick with Query. And now we're going to go down to Flak Fort.
Flak Fort, it almost seems like when this map, at least when I played on it, or Flak Fort in the way that it does play, you want to play house typically on the first point, so it almost tends to play like Quarry for first point, but then when it goes on the second point, when you're going through that second choke, which everybody almost tends to play on, it becomes almost similar to Harbor's first choke where you have to break through it, and otherwise if you aren't able to restabilize fast enough, the enemy team manages to play on that second point, and it just becomes a back and forth.
Yes, 7 stars does have the ban advantage here.
But again, as I was saying, it almost seems like that second point just goes back and forth. It's just a big tug of war. So I'm curious to see if we might see a turn A ban here, like we possibly could have seen with Harbor. If we might see a Sniper or Dynamis ban. I'm hoping we see a turn A ban because turn A is very strong in this Flak Fort. And if both teams knew, have that second choke on Flak Fort, turn A is very strong. We could also see a Z2R or Dom ban, as there's both two very strong units. Dom being able to splash out a lot of the entrances into the first point inside that house. Z2R managing to take a lot of the flanks on the second point. We could also possibly see maybe a bubble ban on hype, or maybe even again with the pale ban by 7 stars, as that seems to be pretty standard across some 7 stars to simply just ban pale for their games here. I won't be surprised if they do go for the pale pick.
It wouldn't be surprising. Yeah, I mean, they understand that there is a lot of the comp is shared here between both teams. Like, you ban out Zaku to melee, then Jim Carrey doesn't have anything to do. Then Durpitar doesn't have anything to do. Like, you ban out You ban out turn. Oh, there's the turn A
There's
ban,
turn
and
A
that's
ban. Yep, called it.
yeah, that's a huge ban, but it bans it out for both teams. That's the thing. So like, Airy can't use it either. So it's just going to be a matter of who else. But that's going to open up the door for Yariella's Pale Rider to come out. Will we see that roll out this time around, or will he stick with his Dynamis, which has also been pretty fire recently? Be
I
interesting to know
think
what extended warranty wants to do here.
extended warranty, I think if they wanted to play it safe, they should ban either Saz or Hype here because those shields will be very useful trying to break through that first choke. You know, you
Hmm.
could play it safe by banning maybe a Z2R or maybe even a Gundam to reduce the zoning or spacing control. But I think a shield ban here, or maybe even against a Dom ban as well, could be a smart idea. Now, I know they have some very good shooters. I forget who it was on Harbor that was playing Dom, but they knocked out so much damage on Dom. Same thing with their Dynamis player as well. So I'm hoping to see some very shield bans. It seems like those shield bans would help out a lot for pushing through the second choke on Flak.
I'm so excited to see where this is going to go. Like, what is extended warranty going to go with? Because it's like there's a lot of pick your poison, and I'd be
And
interested to know if they
and
want to do a
Susan
Sazabi ban.
Susan is also still open as well.
Hmm.
So almost any of Seven Stars ban, and it looks like I spoke too soon. It
There it
seems like they
is.
wanted to ban Susan.
There it is. There it goes. They take down the Susanoo, and I mean, I don't think that, to be honest, I don't know if extended warranty even has a player that uses that particular unit.
Well, we saw from their bar player might try to hope, you know, if he wants to pick up Susan. Again, Susan is a very good combination of
Hmm.
almost all the other three melees. You get the armor that you can get from Dom or Zaku melee, the mobility from oh, what is it from the name left my mouth, Exia and Barb. So
Hmm.
I think it's a very well-rounded, very good melee suit, and I've been taken aback by it as well. I again used to think that oh, it's maybe an okay unit. It's going to be very good on some maps, but no, players are now coming out and destroying, you know, taking the words right out of my mouth and saying, hey, this is a very strong unit. We're going to show you how, Garma, and we're going to absolutely kick butt with this suit.
All right, Seven Stars debut in the Crosshair Invitational League has been pretty impressive so far. They've managed to bring this to a game 3, and let's see what they do on Flak Fort. Let's see what the comps are going to come out to.
Like Seven Stars locking in most of their units already. TSG on Saz, Derpatar on Melee. Vertical on Pale. I'm actually curious why he doesn't want to play something like, you know, maybe another melee suit like Exia, or if Susan's really the only suit he can play. Area on Ash, Tokyo on New, very interesting pick here, I think, for defense, and then as well as the hype as well.
We don't
Both
see
teams
any
running
sniper
hype.
units.
No sniper units. It looks like sniper can be a very good pick, but if you're holding house, I don't think you typically want to run a sniper. Maybe a dynamis for the second point. And then extend warranty here running. They have a melee Ash Pale, Hype, Mersai, and Barb. I'm not sure if I agree with the Barb here on the first pick actually, or on at least the first choke here. It can be very strong, especially on your regular primary swings. But I feel like a melee as well, like what Jim Carrey's running, could be a better pick. Maybe even a Dom as well for holding house because your rockets do so much splash damage and the mines are so good, especially if you manage to place some on a heal pod and deny someone from trying to take heal, or just overall just bringing damage around to the entire team.
All right, looks like Seven Stars is going to do the typical on-site hold.
That's a very wise choice here. I'm curious where they actually have their units in. Their Saz is hoping to stand outside to get an early scan here. It looked like the Ash also was playing around by the left side of the ledge from the attacking side. Um, so some very interesting positions here. At least none that I'm seeing some from the upper league teams. Oh, getting some good damage by the Mayor Sai over on their Saz. Hopefully you can manage to get some good picks here already. And Extended Warranty taking a bit of damage from their enemy's team, but Derpatar and Harry already go down. That's a 6v4 here. They should be able to take site fairly quickly if they can react to it.
They are not pushing forward. That defense is running. Oh, but they came in from the back.
Very good
They're
pincer maneuver here by Extended Warranty, taking in so much space now.
Hyper's all by
Jim
himself,
Carrey,
and they're going to
melee
wipe out
getting them
everyone.
good, solid 3 picks there. So they now have to just take in as much space as possible. He's going in.
Melee's going to go to the second. He's on his way to B.
Already. Oh, now it looks like the melees are trying to duel it out. It seems almost like a duel of fates here between the two. The Ashamar's managed to get a pick onto Airy already. Good pick. We see the poke go out from him as well onto both of their bubbles, or both of their shields, I mean. A lot of spacing being made here by Jim Carrey. Excellent spacing. Already gets rage, but wasn't able to pull it. Oh, no confirmation by the barb on the Saz. Derpitar making in a bunch of space, but it seems like it's getting not used very efficiently here by them. And Extended Warranty are just, getting trades in, it looks like, but they seem to be up on the front end, even though not health-wise. They definitely do have 2 picks up here. If the Hail can just throw his pod down right now, and it looks like he already did. If they can manage to react on the heal pod, they should be able to take that space as soon as possible.
Jim Carrey only at 12 health, gonna have to pull back, but there goes the Saz.
Saz is already down the shield, and they're now trying to take as much space as possible. Derpitar, why are you up there so far, man? You're not going to make so much space.
He got wiped out right off the bat. Joycool and Airy are holding in the back right now.
The new is also falling out behind, but what is going on here? We're seeing teams
trade all over the place. These two are just brawling with each other.
So they now already managed to take a little bit of space up to B point here. As the Saz kind of out by himself. I'm not sure if it's wise of you, TSG, to be up there.
He's got some help. And he's got, oh, wow.
Oh, it looks like Extended Warranty already using their melee and as well as their Hades. Again, having almost all of their ult usage up as well, so great ult eco. Again, by both teams. It seems like Seven Stars is a little bit behind on ult eco. Vertical popping off Hades here, hoping to get a pick here.
He does.
Getting the Ash there. Oh, but it seems like the Marisite ended up popping ult. Very good damage by
Carry is going to have to fall
out
of here. I don't know if Carry has his ult. He already used it, right?
Oh, looks like he already did, yeah. Wow, good response there by Extended Warranty's
They are taking some damage already. Starting to come back up, though. But, man, that Saz just keeps getting focused down and blown apart.
Very hard for
good timing.
Oh, very good by the Barb. Yeah, it's very hard for TSG Styles to stay active, especially with that Barb in play here. Even though he's not able to kill him, if the team has enough focus fire, he can still manage to get out the Saz during one of the stuns and just eliminate him from play. Didn't work here.
By themselves over there. Price and Supernova are pushing over there for some reason.
We now see the Ash Punch go out, but nothing comes up of it. Derpitar again, almost about to get his ult again at 90% here. You do see the hype in the Sazzle as well, so we might be able to see a decent hold here from Seven Stars.
Yes, Extended just came completely apart there. They were really spread apart and didn't have any type of cohesion with their attack. Very little coordination there, and we'll see if they can bounce back from this.
I am starting to notice more of that happen now, as you mentioned that, especially toward the right side. And I think that right side flank should be reserved for only maybe Z2R or maybe Ash. We now see the melee by Derpitar go out, gets 2 picks already off of their Marisai and their hype, so that's bubbled down.
He drops
so
down for that. But we'll see if they can get any more picks off of that.
Oh, as the Barb now goes out, they're now up a bit. If they can react quick enough, they should be able to get out. Keku just kind of sitting there trying to find a pick, but not able to. They Seven Stars looks like they're vision. They are backing up, trying to get as much space and regroup as much as possible. The hype ult comes out,
hype
but he
ult
gets
comes
stuck
out
and not able to find anyone.
That was a questionable ult. There was no vision.
We now see Hail should be coming out soon here from Extended Warranty if they manage to take site as best as they're possible. But again, Seven Stars holding this site as best as they can.
And they're getting picks as they run away. There goes Yari, there goes Keku is going to have to flee. Nobody's able to take, and they pop bubble to hold the position. Got to reset again. And they only have 1 push left because there's only a minute to go.
Extended Warranty does have a lot of ult uses up here. They possibly will get melee and a Marisai here soon. The Barbel as well.
They have to take care of one of these.
At least maybe 1 pick or 2. They know Derpitar's low. They have to go in for him and get the kill. They confirmed it already. The enemy team is now split. If Extended Warranty can just push in, focus one side. Hades already goes out. They're still trading though.
Yep.
They aren't able to secure enough space, but the revive comes out. Extended Warranty's now pushing so aggressive here. This is something we should have seen earlier, getting a full team kill, and they're already just need 3 picks.
They've got to get on point. They've got to get on point. 4
They're
people
very smart
on.
here for saving Barbel as Barb and melee as well. Seven Stars does not have any ult. I think Extended Warranty is going to take the point. They can get the Barb out as soon as possible, but they have not. I think Barb's going to pop ult here and manage to secure the point here. Barb ult comes out, gets the new.
Oh, wow. Another team
kill. Gets the
kill.
Hades. Wow, amazing comeback there from Extended Warranty. I was thinking Seven Stars was going to hold that for almost the entire match.
That was incredible. They were able to just do an extremely aggressive push off of the back of that team kill, and then once that was in, there was a little bit of disciplined play from Seven Stars, but they weren't able to hold it. They just didn't have the units and they didn't have the strength to push them off the top. And that ult usage was very, very good. So
Yeah, a
props to
lot of
extended warranty playing in like this.
very good idea to being able to play that aggressively. You know, in that last minute, being able to save Barble as well. Taking a look at the damage here, we see Yuri and Weebu putting in a lot of damage, especially on the Hades. As you said earlier, Yuri has a very strong Pale.
Hmm.
On the Seven Star side, we see Druidicool doing another very strong damage here, 21k on Pale, which doesn't really surprise me. Pale is a very strong DPS unit. I would like to see some more damage come out from their team. Again, TSG managing to do 10k, not bad. Something I really wish I'd like to see is the amount of damage blocked, especially by Derpatar TSG.
Sure.
Um, I
I
would
don't know.
imagine
Like, I would have expected Derpatar's KDR to be a lot different than that right
as
there.
well, 7-8, that's especially on this map. Again, we saw some good ult come out of him, but not a whole lot of really good picks. And I would
Mhm.
imagine because the way that the second choke plays, is that, you know, while it seems like it's very tight, especially with the Ash or the Barb, they have a lot of verticality to play off of. It's not really enclosed, so the Barb is able to go for the picks, and the Ash is able to help finish off with the Molly if necessary. So we now see Xenowarty and Seven Stars now playing in on attack here. Curious to see what they run out on. Going in with a Dom, a Pale. It seems like this almost the same exact comp they running in for the last game.
Mhm.
As Xenotor is running a gym on the last point. I think a gym here, if they play it right and hold it, I think a gym would be very strong here with the mines. And this already their Sal's going down, trading it out with
Two
the enemy
others.
Dom and Jim. Extended warranty here, just managing to barely trade. It seems like it's a 4v3, then turn into a 3v3. It seems like so. A lot of teams are getting trades. They get the revive off of, so now they're up a player. It seems like if they can just get a lot of the focus fire in, which it seems like they are, they should be able to get a first take here relatively quickly.
They are just trading back and forth. These two teams are just brawling with each other right and left. And it's up to Yari, but he is not going to be able to hold, and I think that might be it. Now they're bringing out the Unicorn, too. Orphan has brought out the Unicorn for this one.
Very interesting pick to pick a unicorn, I think, against this team. Um, I'm not sure if necessarily I would say it's a good, you know, maybe against the Ash Molly or, you know, maybe the Pale Nade, but against this team, I don't think you necessarily need it. There's not a whole lot of stuns going out into effect. Maybe with the hook from Marisai or Barb, but I don't think the arm is going to do a whole lot against Barb. Derpatar now managed to build Rage, charges in, but gets
And he gets blown
stunned and
apart by that.
hooked. Just getting blown apart by the Barb there, it seems like. And Barb's already getting a good chunk of his ult up as well from that.
The trades, they
It's,
are just brawling with each
oh,
other, and
Seven
every time,
Stars pushing in so hard there, it looks like.
and it just, but there's no sustain because they just keep losing people right after they push. But they are on the point now. But TSG is about one shot away from
TSG.
getting
Yeah,
sent
it
out.
seems like he split out from the rest of the team here. Seven Stars, they did have numbers advantage, but they weren't unable to take it because they were so split off and so low. Looks like they were able to regroup now. It looks like Gym Mines come out, but they managed to get the Gym out of the fight. Mines do manage to claim a victim here as they managed to take the Ash. We now see the Barb get
4
the
dead,
Sauce, get the Dom,
5
and the melee
dead.
player is now dead. Extended Warranty has a great hold here if they can just manage to reclaim this and then hold this for another 3 minutes.
They just
Oh,
wiped
that's
them
almost a
out.
full team wipe.
Yep.
Seven Stars managing to get the first tick here off the first point. I think it was very strong that they were able to reclaim that off of maybe only, I don't recall if there was an ult used off of it.
They still
I think
got
maybe
plenty
we
of
saw
time.
Melee Zaku ult as well. Ooh. Their saws go down for Ash. I'm not sure if that's a very good trade. Oh, we now
Two
see the
statues
Marisite getting a
facing off
solid
with each
hook.
other. Look at this fight between Derpatar and Jim Carrey.
Absolutely, they're just Beyblading
They
there
are
right now.
just,
Oh, it
he
just
got him.
happened.
He got him. One HP in a dream. He is out of there. I don't know if he's going to make it. He does not. But
Oh
Derpatar
my
gets
gosh,
repaired,
just
and he's
getting...
going to go to finish off Jim.
I was gonna see Jordico's Haley's pop off. Hopefully manage to get to 1 on the hype. Might be able to get 2 here if he switches off and plays height here. Gets the Ash right when he's trying to go back to spawn. So that's 2. So they now managed to take sight here. They might be able to get the first choke here if they play this well. The melees again trade out for each other.
Here comes the
Jim
Hades
Carrey.
from Yari, but he's got low health. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold.
Oh no, but TSG managed to deal a decent amount of damage there, but it seems like there's still a bit of prevent them from getting that second tick. Again, Extended Warranty having a very strong hold here.
TSG really low again, and he does not make it out. Yari says, that is my health pack, and everybody else dies.
I'm noticing from Seven Stars is they do have a numbers advantage, but they aren't reacting quick enough to go to point. It seems like once they need to have that numbers advantage, they need to call out, hey, we all need to get on point now, and then react quick enough to that, and then decide, what ults they want to start to pop off, as well as who needs to take what, like Pale taking height, Saz and like maybe Mersai taking on the point, and then Barb playing somewhere else. We see the melee ult come out from Seven Stars, but it doesn't get really a whole lot of good, or no, from Extended Warranty, doesn't really seem to get much, and it seems like Seven Stars is now capitalizing on that. They get the 2 picks here.
Wow,
Dalmo comes out to give armor and speed.
Oh, wow,
He
a big
comes
push.
to counter, and it does get Derpitar their melee. He gets another pick on the Mersai here, so now Seven Stars is down 2 players just from their Ashe sitting in the backline getting free picks here.
Carry and Derpitar are these two Z2Ms just going at each other is just an incredible sight to see. And right now it looks like both teams just don't really have the push. The comps are like just too matched for each other.
Absolute brawl again on both sides, and I think it mainly is now at this point. Oh, we now see the Hype Bolt getting 2, immediately 3 now it looks like. What a great pick. Oh, nope, not quite the 3rd. But still,
no,
great
he gets
pick
finished
from
up.
Hype.
But the Hype goes down now.
Extended Warranty still having a great hold here. Derpitar just trying to hold his own, but not able to. He seems to be getting really soloed out by that Hashimar and the Barb as well. Even as well as Jim Carrey's melee as well is doing quite a bit of work against them and their Saz and the Hype as well.
47 seconds. This is
47
crazy.
seconds.
Are we actually going
quite
to
a
see
bit
them
of
push in?
bolts. This will be definitely quite a bit of the brawl. The Saz goes down as they now trade for the Mersai.
Can they get the Mersai back
up? See, the Barb ult
can.
should come out here soon. The Barb definitely wants to do something. He gets slowed by the
Pale. Oh, there's
the Mersai ult come out and stun their entire team.
Ult.
Very beautiful hold here by Extended Warranty. I think that could be game here if Extended Warranty isn't able to get there quick enough and make space. But TSG is trying to do something to get his people away from the choke.
Yeah,
but
I mean, that was the best thing you could do at this point. That was probably the best you could do at this point.
As now see Barbolt come out.
There's the Barb ult.
Yeah, no, it's over.
Extended
Warranty has won this hold.
They shoot they got to the point. They're in there. Let's see if he can buy enough time. Let's see if he can buy enough time, but Airy goes down, and that will be game. And Extended Warranty takes 2 games to 1, and they take the series. What an incredible game! What an incredible first match for season 2 of the Crosshair Invitational League.
Couple games, especially from both of their people we saw melee. I was genuinely surprised to see a melee pick come out from both teams there, but it's shown to be very strong. And Yariel doing so much damage and getting so many picks there off on the Pale. El Price as well. I saw a lot of actually good picks and hooks from El Price on the Mersai. And then Weebu again just coming in with so much damage from the Molly.
Just an absolute battle between these two teams. Like if this is like a great setup for the first match of the CIL second season here. Like I'm excited for what is left to come here. We've got 8 teams total this particular season, as opposed to the 6 we started out with last season. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, especially if these matches are any indication.
Oh, absolutely. If there's any indication from at least these 2 teams as well, I could definitely see 7 Star and Extended Warranty doing very well, especially with the amount of aggression we saw from both teams. I think Extended Warranty here could possibly place definitely in a top 3 spot, maybe even 7 Stars as well. 7 Stars does have a bit of cleanup to do, it looks like, regarding some of their pushes and group coordination, knowing where to go. It seems like from at least the numbers advantages they had on a couple of maps, but still not being able to take site quick enough. But again, my hats off goes to 7 Stars, especially their season and their melee player, Derpitar and Jordacool. Pushing in so much damage.
That fight between Derpitar and Jim Carrey may be something we only get to witness once, as Jim Carrey is a stand-in, after all, for Extended Warranty, so he may not be there for the rest of this season. But it was an amazing showing from everybody here, and like Extended Warranty showing their experience and their good team plays. But that was a fight. Like every time you would see an ultimate go out, you're like, all right, they've got to wait. Oh wait, they just took out 2 more players.
It seems it was concentrating back and forth. they were again very evenly sided teams, and we saw that with Seven Stars taking Corey and having such a beautiful hold with some of the heavier units there.
Yeah, I'd have to say that like right now in in extended warranties, comms lives the name Derpitar. That was really all they were saying the entire time was
And Jordical
find
as well on
Derpitar,
Susan.
shoot him.
As
Yes.
well as Jorticle's on the Susan. I think him getting 3 picks, almost 4 as well, just not even being in Transam during that time on Harbor. I think that was probably my play of the night here, was watching him get those 3 picks. I'd really like to see Seven Stars go a lot farther in this tournament. Extended
Mhm.
Warranty having a lot of really solid shooters. So Seven Stars, my hats off are after you. Extended Warranty, you guys definitely won the battle here though.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great fights from both teams. We're very, very excited to see this, and we know we had a late night here. We did have quite a few people join us on the stream. Thank you all for joining us this evening. We hope you enjoyed the game as much as we loved casting it, because this was an amazing fight. Absolutely was. But thanks to Lich again for doing the stream tonight and officiating the game. Great work as always. And we will see you on the next game when that one is scheduled. We'll give a notice on Twitter when that's all ready to go. Please follow us there and follow us here on Twitch.
Thank you and good night, folks.
Good night.